Welcome to Top of the Drops. I'm Taco, your host as always. And this week, I am joined by Nova, the violinist for City of Sound. Nova, how are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm nervous.
You shouldn't be nervous. You're already doing better than I typically do. And people probably like you more than they like me. And so you're great. We're doing great. How did you decide what you wanted to do with your hair for this appearance on Top of the Drops?
I mean, pink is my go-to. So my first appearance on Top of the Drops had to be pink.
I love it. And you're doing like a braid thing.
Yeah, it started with the like Star Wars Twi'lek kind of look, and then I scrapped it and did the bun instead.
It's awesome. I'm a little jealous. If I had any hair, I like to think I would do something similar. Like I would always be changing it up.
It's forever in my mind, picturing you with this hair.
I think I'd look awesome, right? I'd look like an elf. I'd look very Lord of the Ringsy, I think. Okay, we're going to talk about you. But first, people would be sad if we didn't do a top 10 of the week. You are a violinist. Let's do our top 10 violinists. Do you want to start with number 10?
Number 10, Jascha Heifetz. Best violinist that ever lived, but has to be lower on my list because I don't want to compare myself to him.
Are you going to put yourself as one of the best violinists?
No.
Oh, okay. You can if you want to. Number 9, Fat Tony from The Simpsons is a violinist that people probably aren't aware of.
Okay, number 8.
Number 8,
Hilary Hahn.
I know Hilary Hahn.
Personally, or you know of?
Not personally. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, serious.
Sorry. I'll get to know her. So for next time, this will be a better segment. Number 7, Beelzebub from Futurama.
Incredible. Mine are so not fun compared to yours. Okay, mine number 6 would be Joshua Bell. And one time I went to his concert and he pulled off a hair, because sometimes you lose a hair. And I went onto the stage and retrieved it after the concert.
Do you braid that hair into your braids?
You know what? I should start collecting and do that. I will now.
That would be awesome. Number 5, Sailor Neptune.
Oh, absolutely. Michiru. Yeah, that's a good one. I agree on that one. My next one would be Lindsay Sterling. She has done something entirely unique, and I respect her.
Yeah, it's probably tough to do something unique. You call it violining?
Yeah, I mean, the classical world gave her so much shit. Am I allowed to say that? So
Sure.
much crap. Just for doing something a little different. They thought she was so cheesy, but she's killing it.
Yeah, and that's what matters. Forget the old school violin people, right? It's the future, and we're in Web3. We do what we want. All right, number 3, this one feels obvious. Sherlock Holmes.
Very good one. Yep, love that. Okay, mine is my top. Are we on top? Is Ray Chen, classical violinist who does a lot of scoring and such for gaming and Arcane. He was featured in Arcane, the animated show.
So you didn't do yourself as one of your top?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Now I feel like I should have for my number 1, but instead I'm going with what to me is the most obvious one, Data from Star Trek.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So there's our top 10. We did a thing. Is that Righteous J in the background doing vocal exercises?
Oh my God, can you hear him? Yes.
I can. Don't tell him to stop. I love that.
The amount of times I'm recording something and then I go back and listen and he's singing in the background, it's so annoying.
Yeah, I can totally hear him. It's awesome. Let's talk about you as a human. You are from Salt Lake City.
Yes, originally Salt Lake City, Utah. I was there till I was 18.
And why did you leave?
I went to college at the University of Southern California, studied violin performance, and I've just been out in LA ever since.
So you knew you wanted to be a violinist from early. When did you start playing?
I started when I was 4, and I honestly don't think I thought there was another option. I had just done it for so long and put so many hours into it.
You thought this might as well be your career?
Well, and you kind of just are on the path where teachers are, preparing you for the next step and then preparing you for college auditions. You don't really ever stop to think, wait, what am I doing?
So you're in college for violin. At what point did you decide I'm going to be in a cinematic rock band?
Okay, so after college, I was very burnt out of the classical world. just a lot of things. So I actually put it down and had a really bad relationship with it for a few years before I met the band. And that's what got me playing again and like actually healing my relationship with music in a lot of ways. So yeah, there was a little gap in between.
Wow. So going full tilt through school burned you out.
Yes, I got full tilted and I packed it up, didn't touch it for a while. I did teach along the way, but yeah, I didn't play for quite a few years.
And then Righteous Jay inspired you to pick it up again. He said, I've got a rock band. It needs a violin.
Yep, so we met at randomly a fight gym because that's what I decided to go like full into next was fighting. So we met there and he mentioned he had a rock band and was looking for a violinist, and he asked me to send him something, and all I had was just this like old classical stuff that I had done a long time ago, and then it went from there.
Taking a step back for just a sec, you got burned out on violin, decided to be a fighter?
Yeah, apparently I just have to do all the hard things in life because I needed something.
You don't present as a fighter. What does that mean? Like MMA, like cage fighting?
So I did Muay Thai, which is all, when you watch MMA, it's all the stand-up that they use. So once it goes to the ground, I did never do any of the grappling. But yeah, all the stand-up side of it.
Like competitively? Are there like videos of you out there like fighting competitively?
Yeah.
Can you share those in Discord for everybody?
Maybe. I like am so critical of them, but I could find some moments perhaps.
Like a win. Just share one of the bouts. Is it a bout or a match?
It's about.
I did not know that about you. That is amazing.
Yeah, and funny enough, so Righteous J, oh my gosh, did I just call him that? Jordan. Jordan used to compete in MMA, so he actually cornered me in quite a few of my fights. So we've had just this like fun adventure like relationship where we just do all the crazy things.
That's kind of insane. Were you good?
I mean, okay, so my problem is that I am very, very low on the weight scale, like as far as, it's very hard to find girls my size to actually compete against. So I was always fighting up weight. When I actually was able to fight at my weight, I did really well.
That makes sense because of weight classes.
Yeah, it's just tough when they're 15, 20 pounds heavier.
I would technically be a light heavyweight if I was going to fight right now, but I would get destroyed by everybody because I'm not fit. And so I have the size for that, but not any sort of skill set. I would need to fight down in weight class.
That's what everybody tries to do, but I am the bottom of the barrel as far as that goes. So.
That's all amazing. I love that you were a fighter. I did not know that about you. Hey, do you want to play some violin for us?
Sure. I have a little snippet of our song that we're dropping tomorrow, But One Ghost.
That was great. Thank you.
I have some Lord of the Rings since it's on brand too, but I can play as little or as much as you want.
Oh, if you've got some Lord of the Rings, let's do it. When you guys do your live shows, do you ever break that out? Like, will you open a show, like the lights are down and you'll play that as like an intro?
So one time we were having, Jordan, as he does all the time, he was running around stage and he unplugged his keyboard. And so it was like all this downtime for him to plug it back in, for it to like charge back up and whatever. So it would have been a great moment for him to be like, hey, play some Lord of the Rings or play some Star Wars or Zelda or something cool. But instead he asked for this like classical piece that he absolutely loves, which is a gorgeous piece, but it was not befitting of a rock show in any way, shape, or form. It was so very awkward.
Yeah, well, next time. You don't have to listen to him, you know.
It's true. I could have just been like, nah, calling an audible.
Yeah, I'm doing Zelda. They're going to love it.
I should have read the room.
When we do a gala show with you guys, that would be my expectation. It would be like City of Sound plays a track, and then you play Zelda, and then City of Sound plays a track, and then you play Lord of the Rings, and just kind of alternate back and forth.
Perfect. I mean, I'm into that. I love that have the chance now to play on stream and stuff a little bit more, to do all the like film music and then do the rock band stuff. Now I'm in a happy world of music.
That's where you want to be, in the happy world of music.
Exactly.
Nova, thank you so much for joining me. I think people need to know more about you, like that you are a vicious killer part-time on the side.
Yeah, making people cry through music and punches.
That's a t-shirt.
Thanks, Taco. See you guys.
We were at Music Midtown in Atlanta over the weekend, where the 3 artists who you voted on performed on stage. It was a magical moment for all of them. It was also a magical moment for me because Lysol had an activation at the festival. I don't know why, but I found a way to get one of their hats because it just felt like I needed a Lysol branded hat. They also had Lysol branded hoodies, but the team wasn't allowed to give those out. And in fact, the Lysol team had to give back the hoodies at the end of the festival, which I thought was kind of gross because that meant they're going to use those hoodies again at other activations, so like used hoodies. But then I remembered it's Lysol and they're just going to spray them down and they're going to be totally fine to reuse. The Top of the Drops is not sponsored by Lysol, but I thought it was fun that they were giving away swag and now I have a Lysol hat. Anyway, I got to spend some time. Is some footage from that. We are in Music Midtown on a Ferris wheel with Maria. Alexa, how are you this morning?
I'm great. I'm refreshed. I had such a great day yesterday performing and just seeing all the artists. I'm very happy to be here with you again today.
You got your stage time. You were a big winner in our online vote. How did you find out about what Gala and Months to Watch were doing?
I was actually just, like I do, because I love going to festivals as a fan myself. I was following some festivals on Instagram that maybe I wanted to go to, and this was one of them. And then they posted the contest, and I just, randomly applied, not thinking anything of it. Like they always say, like, it always comes when you don't even, just naturally. And so I got the top 12, and that was wild. And then I had to very viciously get votes. So that's what I did, and my fans and my friends came through.
Well, the Gala community is super excited. You met some of your fans here
crazy,
yesterday,
crazy.
Which must feel amazing.
Very weird, but amazing, yes.
That's great. We're excited for your journey.
Me too. It feels really good to be here, and I had, again, like the best time. And I'm so thankful for you guys for doing this for artists. And we'll see what happens next. I don't know.
We'll see. If that audio was terrible, it was a music festival and we were on a Ferris wheel and that was being recorded on a phone. I'm not taking responsibility for that. I am taking some responsibility for the fact that when I ordered this custom satin jacket, it's got Gala music on the front and it has taco on the back. I seemingly ordered a medium, so it's a little bit too small for me. And so I need to order a new one that's my size. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this really nice custom jacket now that I ordered, but I'm open to ideas because I don't want this thing to go to waste. Thanks for watching the show this week. In celebration of Nova finally joining us, let's give away a City of Soundtrack. Here is a QR code for that, and we will see you in Discord.